I need to know I have your loyalty, V.
Baby, of course.
Some people I love told me they had my back and then stabbed me in it. You see, the thing is, all those people today, they're all gone.
What you had, that predates me. Need for me now, that's yours.
Some people think they jive me, but I know.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 5, Episode 1. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what a great first episode, man. Snowfall Season 5. It has come in very, very strong in my opinion, and I cannot wait to see what's next for the rest of this season. In this episode, of course, your boy Franklin has a baby on the way and is getting very, very serious for him. And now it is time to start expanding in a different way, the legal way, and he needs to be 100% legit down the line, especially if he wants to protect his child that's to come in his future. So we're going to see what's going to happen this season. We know based off the first 2 episodes, it ain't looking too good. We know in episode 2, Teddy, he came and he was on one, right? He was definitely on one, and he's going to be a huge issue, in my opinion, for Franklin until he finally is able to take him out. Now we'll be dropping the episode 2 recap very, very soon for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But let's just go over episode 1. What did we see? As I told you guys, leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. I'm going to try to just focus on the key points. If I miss anything, let your boy know. Now, let's begin. The episode starts out with basketball star Len Bias. I believe he was the number 2 draft pick for the Boston Celtics, and he was supposed to be a major star, but we already know what happened to him. He ended up taking some cocaine, and y'all saw in this episode exactly how it all ended for him. Now, this was a very big thing back in the 80s. When this happened, this is one of the reasons why the crash units was so aggressive during those times, and the government was very upset about not just this incident, but other incidents as well. So a lot of people was affected by this. Now we finally get to see Franklin Saint's love interest, Veronique, which we end up finding out that she is his baby's mom, which we already knew from the trailer. Now, she's all about that business, all about investments, and she wants to continue to grow Franklin's business the legal way, right? Now, he's having a conversation with her. He tells her, look, he has to meet up with Grady in a little bit, so he will talk to her later. Now, he goes to meet up with Grady. Now, Grady is the new contact. We know what happened to Teddy at the end of season 4. The CIA, they said, look, we can't deal with you no more. So they end up bringing this guy Grady in. And Franklin is telling him that the game is changing and cocaine is flooding the markets, which means he needs to lower his prices to keep up with the competition. Now, he tells Grady, can he get $1,000 deduction from what he's already paying right now? So $1,000 decrease. Grady, of course, is like, man, that's around 15 million, you know, when you do the math after 52 weeks. And he don't know about that because the people that he's working for, they're already on him because of the money. We already know what this dude Grady is doing. He's skimping money off the top. So, of course, the CIA is going to be very, very pissed off with him if he was to give Franklin that price cut. But we know they already pissed off at him anyway because he's screwing up the money by taking more than he should be. But it is understandable that Franklin needs this whole price cut to keep up with the competition. Now, if they don't do this, that means business is going to go elsewhere because everybody's going to start buying from other people because the price is better. So this is why Franklin is trying to tell him we're going to have a bigger problem down the line if we don't do something about this. So hopefully he agrees, which we know later on in episode 2, Grady does end up making that deal with Franklin for the price decrease. Then we get to your boy Leon, and he is watching the news. He hears about the basketball star Len Bias, and I already know he was feeling some type of way about that. But in the meantime, we got Big Dion and the boys. They coming to him because it's an issue. Apparently this dude right here, he's out there dealing. He's pissed off that he is not getting enough money. So he goes out and he steals. You don't steal. And he's telling this dude, Leon is telling him like, look, you know what we do to people that steal from us. You know what I'm saying? You work for me. You put in that work, you know, and the people that's putting in the most work don't usually get paid the most anyway in this game. So I don't even understand where you're coming from. So Leon takes the shoes off of him. He got the Jordan 1s on, and he breaks that boy's foot. Beats him down. The dude thought he was good. He was saying thank you and all that. Boy, Leon beat that dude down in front of everybody, and he was out there looking stupid, foot all bloody and everything. But I guess he will learn his lesson, and at least Leon let him keep the shoes. Then we get to the party, and I'm talking about the Coke party. Things start to take a twist in this episode, and this is where things start to get very, very interesting. Now, the party was going cool at first. They're laughing, having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Rob in there kicking it. Rob made a mistake by even throwing this party in the first place. By putting trust into this dude, Tad, and by doing the product himself, he was slipping up. And that's exactly what happened. Now, this dude right here, he came over. He's trying to talk to the chicks and he's trying to get some of that product. And Tad ain't having it at all. The dude start running his mouth, just joking. He didn't think it was that serious. And this dude, Tad, he's like, look, you don't know who he is. You don't know who I am. Like, plain and simple. Like, I'm a straight up killer for real. Your boy, Rob, has to come and tell him, look, just calm down. It's not that serious. It's not worth it. Tad walks away and he still comes straight back and pops this dude, takes his life. I mean, right there in front of everybody. Like, how stupid can you be? You're going to do this in front of everybody, all these witnesses? I mean, this dude was acting like he was high on drugs. But then again, this dude was high on drugs. Like, really, like, come on. You pretty much done for, right? So now Rob has to figure out a way to fix all of this. And we know Tad ends up going into hiding. Now, Franklin reads the story about Len Bias and what happened to him. And right after that, we see Franklin. He's in there hitting the boxing bag. And he has to stop because he hears about what happened to the Josh character, the dude that Tad ended up shooting. And he heard about it being at a house in North Hollywood and that it was cocaine related and stuff like that. So he already know what time it is. He's very upset. And you already know he had to have this conversation with Rob. Now, throughout the episode, we see Franklin getting very, very close with Veronique, and it's quite obvious that this dude is really feeling her. Now, we know she is having his kid, and she is investing in all of his businesses, and she's very, very smart. But at the end of the day, we know the lifestyle that he is living is going to catch up to him, and this is one of the things that she was talking about in the episode as far as him making the promise that he will make sure he protects her and the baby at all costs. So we're going to see what's going to happen down the line, but it's not looking too good. I mean, it's more like the calm before the storm between the two. We know this girl ain't going to play about her baby that's on the way, and I cannot wait to see it. Then we get to Grady. We know this dude loves to party. That's all he really be doing, just partying, having a good old time, living the American dream, right? Then we see Black Diamond, and I'm looking like, man, this dude Grady is a straight up G. He clapping her cheeks. I mean, so he's living the best life right now. But we see a very familiar face, right? And that is Teddy. He's going to pop up to the party looking like Bob the Builder, talking about he was checking the water and power. Like, dude, it's a Sunday. It is a Sunday. And Grady, he already knew what time it was. He's like, man, like, dude, why are you even here, right? And on top of that, once he saw Black Diamond, he kind of put his head down real quick. He didn't want her to really see his face at all. But like I said, I really felt like Grady knew what time it was. He did mention why he was working on Sunday in the first place, but the way he was looking at him, you can tell he did not trust what this dude was talking about. Then we get to Peaches, and you guys let me know, man, in this episode, Peaches, he seemed different. Like something was off. For a minute, I was like, man, I know this dude ain't on no drugs. I know he ain't tweaking, but something is definitely up with Peaches. I think down the line, we're going to find out exactly what that is. But this episode, he was acting very, very weird. Like something was really going on with his health or whatever. Then we get to Detective Buckley. And this is the guy that's going to be in charge of the crash units. And he has raided a home. And this home was the wrong spot. Wasn't nothing there. It was some legitimate people there that lived in the home that had nothing to do with any drug activity. But he don't care at all. He is there to try to catch the big fish, to try to catch whoever, right? But he is willing to disrespect anybody at doing so. And we also know that he has a connection with Aunt Louie, which we end up finding out later on in the episode. Now, Franklin is having a conversation with Rob. He's asking him what in the hell happened at this party. I mean, dude, are you crazy? I mean, where is this Tad character? Of course, he's talking about he doesn't really know where he's at or whatever. He's in a safe spot. He has nothing to worry about. This is a liability. Plain and simple. Rob, you are a liability. You're getting high off your own supply, kicking it with Tad. This dude is catching bodies. And the last thing that Franklin wants is a junkie like these guys saying his name in front of the feds. I mean, that's the last thing you want to happen. And Franklin is having a conversation with Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome. He is telling them about Rob and what happened as far as the whole Tad character taking out that Josh dude. And Aunt Louie, she's pissed off. She's like, really? So this is what we dealing with. Of course, Franklin says, don't worry about it. He's going to fix it. He's going to make sure Rob goes to rehab. And that's it. We know Franklin always has a game plan. Deep down inside, I don't think he really wanted to take out Rob. He really wanted to help fix him up. And speaking of fix up, we see your girl Wanda. She is here. She is still clean, but she's working at this like freaky deaky hotline call-in center or whatever. Y'all know how they did back in the day. You called a little hotline and talked to the girls or whatever. Well, Wanda's working there. And I'm looking like, man, I guess this is better than being on that drug, right? Being smoked out. And after she leaves, she goes to the house, which is Franklin's old spot. And Peaches is there. Rob is there. Peaches is telling her she needs to watch Rob. And I'm looking like, dang, like she got to watch this grown man. And we know Wanda and what she's been through. She is trying to give Rob words of encouragement. Now, right before Peaches left, he was acting weird then. I know I'm not tripping. The dude was really acting weird. Something's up with Peaches. But anyway, Rob was struggling, y'all. He was really struggling in this episode to keep it together. Wanda telling him, look, you're going to get through it. You will be good. It's easier said than done. We already know what Wanda has been through. It's been a hell of a journey for her. But man, what she told him was the truth. He could have got through it, but it would not have been easy. Then we get to Aunt Louie. She's talking to Detective Buckley. Detective Bucko is what I call him. Aunt Louie does ask him about Rob. She mentions his last name as far as did he have anything to do with what happened with the North Hollywood shooting. And he says no. His name has not been in the system. They don't have him under investigation or anything like that. So he's feeding her information, right? But he needs something. He needs the big fish, as I just told you guys. And Aunt Louie's like, look, I'm no snitch at all. So I don't even know what you're trying to do. Down the line, we're going to see exactly what he's talking about. Aunt Louie is not going to be able to continue to get information out of this dude and expect not to give him something. So we're going to see exactly how they're going to play out this whole storyline. Then we get back to Rob. He is trying to leave. He is trying to get up out of there. He's paranoid. He's, of course, hoping he can get a hit of the drug. Franklin has to smack this dude back into reality. Let him know, like, look, we got to stop playing around. I'm going to get you into rehab. But first, we need to find Tad. And this is where your boy Rob tells him, look, I think I know where he's at. I'm up at this spot. So we're going to go there. Now, the whole time while they're on this trip to go find Tad, this dude Rob was in the back seat straight up tweaking out. He was tweaking out, man. At times he did seem cool, but then he was like, man, I need to get this. Where's the strap at? He needs a hit. I mean, this dude was tweaking out, and Franklin, deep down inside, he's trying to give him a chance, but he keeps giving Franklin a reason on why he should eliminate this loose end. Now, they get up to Tad's spot. Tad pulls out the shotty. He ain't playing around. He ain't going out without a fight. Now, Franklin is able to talk him down, tells him, look, just chill out. They're going to go talk and figure out what they can do to protect him. And of course, he is starting to talk about the CIA and stuff like that. Now, before he even mentioned the CIA, your boy Peaches grabs the shotty. And after that happened, the dude does mention the CIA and talking about he needs to go into hiding. And I'm looking like, so Rob, you told him about the whole CIA stuff. Like, you're telling this dude entirely too much. Now, Rob has to shoot him. Rob has to eliminate the threat. This is something that needed to happen by him because that's his boy and that's his problem that he needed to figure out. Now, he was trying to get Franklin to do it, but Franklin was like, dude, like, no, you're going to do this. Plain and simple. So Rob does it. Now, we know in this episode, Rob was kind of acting shaky when he was practicing shooting, but we know he was kind of missing some shots when he was firing off at Tad, but he takes him out. He has to take his homeboy out, man. It is what it is. It's a part of the game. Franklin told him, you did good. And even after doing all this dude, Rob, he still wanted a hit. He wanted to get high. And Franklin is just like, man, I cannot do it. And usually when Franklin has this tunnel vision look, it's usually something that he knows he has to do. And once he has this look, you're not going to stop him from doing whatever he is thinking in his head. Now, after that happens, we go right to Franklin taking a shower. And they want us to wonder what Franklin has done because they kind of just cut off and he's taking that shower. And then he has a conversation with his girl. And she's telling him, like, look, this lifestyle, this second lifestyle that you're living, the illegal lifestyle, cannot continue to happen, especially if you're going to be having a child. And she would do anything to support a healthy lifestyle for that child. Franklin is telling her, like, look, we are good. He is setting up shop for everything to be over. And he tells her what he was out there doing. He pretty much just says, look, he had to help an old friend from high school get through some stuff, which we already know it was Rob, right? And after he promises his girl that he's going to make sure everything is going to be good, we see the conclusion of Rob as he's looking at the comment that Franklin told him to look at. And he was very, very, very hyped up about that. Franklin takes him out. I knew it was going to happen just based on how Franklin was acting after he had Rob with him and the way Rob was acting. Franklin was not about to sit up there and deal with this dude. He's like, look, man, I wanted to help you out, but you telling this dude about the CIA. So Tad knew about the whole CIA stuff. Like, you telling him too much and you want to continue to get high all the time. You are too much of a liability and I cannot deal with it. So this is the type of mentality that Franklin Saint has, right? As he told his chick, he's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that everything is good for his kid. And this is just one of the things that he had to do. He had to eliminate the problem. And the problem is, you know, it's out of the picture right now, but we know it's going to be some more problems down the line. Now, the episode ends off with Franklin and Veronique. They're talking about the future. Franklin says, look, he needs to make sure that she is loyal to him. People in his past got close to him and they stabbed him in the back, but those people are all gone right now, right? So she tells him, look, that was all before me. You know what I'm saying? Those issues that you had was before we actually met, and you have nothing to worry about. So whatever you need me to do, you got it, right? So as long as Franklin continues to do what he's been doing, protect the family at all costs, the things that she is telling him to do, he's going to be good when it comes to her. But I'm going to tell you right now, after what we just saw in not just this episode, in episode 2, which I will be doing a recap for that as well very, very soon. But after what we just saw in these 2 episodes, y'all, she gonna flip. This girl is gonna flip out. She's not about to be playing around about this child. Hell, I don't blame her at all. You got to be very, very protective. And the people that's in Franklin's life, he's not going to be able to trust everybody. As he said in this episode, money changes everything. You know what I'm saying? The family. And in this, whole thing, Franklin wants to keep the whole family together. In episode 2, we're going to talk about how he wanted to do business with Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, Leon, everybody. He wanted to keep it all in-house because his chick told him it's better that way. You know what I'm saying? If you want to build wealth, it's better to work together as a team than to go in by yourself, which he tried to implement, but we know how difficult it was for him to actually do it. But you guys let me know, man, what do you think about episode 1? It was a very, very good episode in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what's next. As I told you, I will be dropping the episode 2 recap for you guys later on, so stay tuned for that. And we got more things to talk about today, man. We got a lot of different things, man. If you're a fan of Bel-Air, I will be dropping the recap for that as well. And just look out for it, man. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.